Our next guest is the Executive Director of Empowering Kids, an organization based in Perham, Minnesota. And she's here to talk about the difference that your donation could make on Giving Hearts Day. We want to welcome to North Dakota today, Tiffany Topkin. Tiff, how's it going today?
Good morning. Pretty good.
That's good to hear. So let's just talk about, in general, what Empowering Kids is and how you impact people's lives.
Yes, so we are a relatively new nonprofit. We just started in 2017 and have been slowly growing our programs ever since. So when we started, one thing that we did was kind of tour the state of Minnesota to get an idea of what services are out there, what other agencies have tried that has worked and what hasn't worked. So we went with our list of questions to these agencies, one of which was, how do you support individuals after the age of 18? To which we didn't really get a lot of response because there are a lot of reasons why this group of individuals no longer receive services. And so it definitely impacts their employment, their social relations, their ability to live independently. And there are some pretty harrowing statistics of individuals past the age of 18. And so that's one area that we work to support individuals as well as from birth up until that age.
And so in your quest to do this, you sent us some pictures to kind of explain some things a little bit better. Do you want to just talk us through those?
Yes, so if you look at the first slide, you'll see that individuals that have autism, and I've briefly kind of discussed this before, have executive functioning struggles, and that can kind of look like this picture. So every person has this traffic control in their mind, directing where information should go, how it should be processed, in what order it should be going. But individuals that have autism kind of have this like traffic jam that's going on in their brain. They have a really hard time ordering information, sequencing steps, understanding what to do first, next, and last, and then they have this bombardment of information that can lead them to feeling very overwhelmed. And these executive functioning struggles don't end when somebody turns 18. They're not magically just like fixed or cured. Which then is impacting individuals that have autism beyond the age of 18 when it comes to those areas that I discussed.
And so you have another picture here that you want to talk about. What's that one?
Yes, so if you look at the second slide, it's just some statistics. So did you know that more than half of young adults with autism remain unemployed and unenrolled in higher education in the 2 years after high school? And nearly half of 25-year-olds with autism have never held a paying job. So about 50% of this population has untapped potential that employers are struggling to connect to and understand and identify. And individuals with autism have so much knowledge to bring to the workplace, but there's a ton of barriers that are in their way to being able to do these things and to lead meaningful and purposeful lives.
And so your goal is to help them reduce those barriers and figure out how they can contribute their talents that they do have for the general society.
Exactly. And so part of that comes with supporting the individual that has autism, giving them specific skills so that way they have them when they're going into the workplace, how to check in, how to advocate for themselves and their needs, what needs they need, or how they can meet their needs. But then the other piece of that also kind of falls on the employer. We focus so much on the individual that has a disability and what they need to learn and what they need to change. But as the employer, they need to change too. They need to learn about autism. They need to take the time to understand their employee, to listen to what they need and make those modifications and accommodations because it's going to benefit them in their workplace.
Or maybe just learn the way you do things isn't the only right way to do something. I know that's something that a lot of people, myself included, can struggle with. But Tiffany, we do have to go to a quick commercial break here. We will be back after this, so we're going to continue our conversation with her about how we can all work together to help support people with autism. That's coming up on North Dakota Today.